Alright, let's get into it. So, I've got some training footage from Obsidian which I'll be able to put over the top of this. Again, we'll do another B-roll one. I'm quite enjoying the format of them at the moment. And I'll put some of the footage of the theory and the practical stuff as well, just so you could carry on seeing what a general day looks like. But ultimately, we're 3 weeks in, and that means level 2 is done. I think that's the easiest part of the course out of the way, and then we'll be moving on to level 3 on Monday. So I've got something to look forward to. Yeah. So as I mentioned, Obsidian's just got a lot more modern equipment. It's hopefully a little bit more aesthetic than my previous one. Although with this camera, you could basically make anything look really good. So I'm happy I bought this, and that I upgraded from the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which still is coming in handy, to be honest. It's really good as a vlogging camera. So if you're thinking about starting setup, I would recommend that and just see how much you use it, and then think about upgrading. But really good for vlogging, and if you want to be a little bit more discreet, because it's so small. Let me just get it up if you don't know which one I'm on about. Yeah, so it's just this one here. Take it out of this case. You've probably seen them all over the place, but this is really good as a beginner type camera. It's on a gimbal that you can control. It's in 4K, 24 frames per second. So if you haven't had a camera before, it's super user friendly. I definitely recommend getting this. So anyway, 3 weeks into the course now. So what has changed? Pretty much nothing, if I'm going to be completely honest. If anything, it just feels like I've got a routine established now, so everything's falling into line. I'd get up. I'm not, like I said, a morning person, so getting up around 8 a.m, which gives me about an hour before the first theory class starts at 9 a.m. The first session is 9 till, I believe, 1 p.m, and that's all just theory work with a couple of 10-minute breaks in between. And then I've got lunch from 1 till 2 p.m, practical class from 2 to 4 p.m, and then I'll go straight into a conditioning session. So straight into either one of the sessions that Power and Revive and the FDA offer, or I'll just do my own conditioning training, which I've been getting into now. So nothing too crazy, just I guess intervals of between 500 meters and a K on the skier, and then 500 meters and a K on the assault bike, and I've been enjoying that, to be honest. Anyway, after that it's eat again, so I'll go and get either a meal prep. I'll order off Gojek, which is basically like your really cheap Uber Eats out here. Honestly, like, you won't really be doing much of your own cooking if you come to Bali. It's pretty much order on Gojek for all your meals, because the food is so cheap. And as I mentioned previously, so high quality. After that, I will go to the gym, so go into Obsidian today and tomorrow and the day after that to get my evening training done. That's usually about 6:30, 7 p.m, and it's not too busy when I get to the gym, so honestly that's perfect for me. And then I'll come back about 9 p.m. from the gym, depending on what traffic's like and how quick I'm feeling of going on my bike. And then it's just an edit session before bed, where I'll review all the footage that I've taken from the day and start doing some rough edits. The only thing I'll say is that this is the end of level 2, right? So the PT course is only 6 weeks in total, and we're at the halfway mark. And it's going quick. It's going really quickly, and honestly, I don't want it to end. I know I've talked to Nick, who's the basically the owner of the course, or I don't know what you'd call it, but the person in charge of the whole shebang, and he says that he's looking at getting some level 4 coaching in as well. So potentially when they do offer a level 4 qualification, I'll just come out and do that, because I've enjoyed it so much. Honestly, I can't believe it's going as quickly as it is. But just gotta make sure I sponge up as much as I can. So we celebrated the end of level 2 with a nice meal, a bowls tournament, and a night out at the end of the day, which was really good. Nice open bar, which meant a lot of us drinking. It's funny actually looking back and seeing how everyone has opened up from day one. It's honestly crazy. From day one, I remember getting to that cafe where we first organised to meet up, and everyone was just so quiet. It was that standard case of everyone just being like super awkward, slowly getting to know everyone, having to go through those icebreakers and introduce yourself. But I don't actually mind talking to new people. I guess it's a skill that I've been working on either subconsciously and partially consciously as well, obviously. I work front of house at my gym, and it definitely helps. But I think just in general as a personality type, I am curious and I don't mind talking to people, even though I am really introverted. I think I have worked enough on those skills that I'm able to hold a decent conversation, and I want to know how people are doing, what their lives are like, what they're thinking, just that sort of thing. And I've got nothing to be scared of. I'm not too embarrassed. I'm not too scared of opening up, which is quite funny because I struggled so much talking on camera initially, but once you get into the flow of it, it isn't too easy. So hopefully it comes across that I am not naturally super awkward, but I do enjoy getting to know people. So that is, one of the benefits about this course, is that you get to network with people with a similar mind, that have similar passions. And it's been good so far. So after Saturday night, everybody is definitely a lot closer. I've been drinking less this year, just in general. I made a commitment at the start of the year that I wouldn't drink until I got to Bali, just because I don't really enjoy drinking anymore. I think it's got a lot more negative consequences as opposed to positive. But credit where credit's due. I think it is fun, and it does bring together people really easily and really quickly. So I had my usual amount of quite a lot, and it was a really, really good night. My thoughts on level 2 are that it was pretty easy, honestly, just coming into it with the foundation that I have and the knowledge that I've obtained over doing my own research for the last 10 years. I've never had a PT before, and everything that I've learned in the 10 years that I've been training has been self-taught. So I just generally had this passion for the subject and went out and then did all the research myself. And then I guess it was just a case of trial and error, of practicing on myself, seeing what tactics, strategies, programming stuck, what didn't, how my body responds, because everyone's responds differently. You may find a program online that looks good on paper, but when you put it into practice isn't really ideally suited to you. So just going through that repeated process of iterating a program, sticking with it, staying disciplined. Like I said, 10 years is a long time to be going through this trial and error period, but I enjoyed the process the whole time, and you can see I'm still here doing it. So yeah, it's nice having the consolidation of that knowledge with this PT course. It's one of the main reasons I'm here, alongside getting the actual qualification itself ticked off. In terms of the qualification itself for the level 2, it's for group coaching, so it's not realistically what I want to do in terms of my goal is one-to-one PTing and then moving on to online coaching. However, it does have an element of practical use. And that is going to be obtaining the new clients. So essentially I'm still a long way from building myself on social media, on YouTube, on Instagram. I believe group coaching is kind of a good way of finding those one-to-one clients, at least that's what I've heard. It will help build my communication skills. It will identify a load of more common issues, which I can then utilize in the one-to-one coaching when I eventually start building up that one-to-one client base, which like I said, I'll probably get from these group coaching sessions, and more importantly, it will just get me more comfortable in finally being a PT and finally putting myself out there and enjoying it. Regardless, the FTA offer the assistance in helping out in group classes, like I've mentioned, and you get that experience. But in Melbourne, I'll have to start looking for places I could get a PT job, because at the moment I'm working in the gym, I'm front of house. I could potentially get some help from the PTs there if I ask very nicely. I'm sure they'll help me out and give me some tips. I guess I could either start up my own PT business, or I could go under one of the PTs at the gym potentially, and get clients, I guess, funneled in from their business while growing their business as well, but at least I get the experience and a little bit of, you know, an easier fast track? Or do I go and start doing some group coaching sessions at just a commercial chain? I don't know. These are things that I'm gonna have to think about and figure out. Essentially, my plan is just gonna stay the same. I'm gonna finish this course, and now we're gonna move on to level 3, and that will get me, you know, the knowledge that realistically I've come here for, that one-to-one client base, and we'll just see what type of information they provide, and then we'll move off there. But I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed level 2, and now it's time to step up for level 3. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you guys next time.